Hey, hello. How's everybody doing in this beautiful Saturday? And we're ready to do some live streams. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Sorry for being late. I was getting a shower. Hopefully, we're ready to do this. Yeah. Today, I just want to kind of chit chat with you and see what's happening. So let me know if you're here in the chat. Let's just talk informally. And yeah, let me know, what country are you from? Where are you currently? How's your weekend going? And hopefully we'll get a chance to talk. Let's see. All right. How are you guys? Let me know. Hey Joe. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. What's going on? So, yeah, why am I doing this live stream? Well, as always, it's 5 p.m. on Saturday, which is usually the time where I pop in and talk about a few things. And today's a special day because the channel hit 3,000 subscribers. And yeah, it's pretty crazy because salam alaikum. Because yeah, before, like a year ago, maybe, I only had like 100, or maybe not even that. I had like 35 subscribers, 50. And I have another YouTube channel, which is not about Islam or religion or anything like that. But I never expected to, draw some audience, because it wasn't really about Islam when I first started out on YouTube. I had this video about Mike Tyson, and the video got about 300,000 views. I think it's like 315,000 right now. And it really went crazy. It got recommended to many people. I don't know why. It's kind of like random YouTube algorithm thing. And I got like 1,000, not like 1,000, maybe 1,000 subscribers from just that video. And then, yeah, I just started to talk about Islam, and I guess you guys came around. But it's pretty crazy that 3,000 subscribers, yeah, are on YouTube watching this. Not all of them, obviously, but I'm still grateful for all of this, and hopefully we can get this to 10,000, 100,000, million, billion, trillion subscribers. No, that's not possible. Anyways, thank you. I do this in my free time. All the videos that you see, I just do because I like to do them. I am talking to people that I want to talk to. So I know there's many people who I can interview who maybe are better guests that I already had, but I currently am just interviewing people who I find interesting or who I want to talk to. And yeah, I'm just kind of building friendship and learning along as I'm getting more in depth into the faith, and also talking about non-Islamic things. So thank you so much. Are you a Muslim? Man, of course I'm a Muslim. Danish can. Are you a new subscriber? Let me know. Sahil Sheikh, salam. Salam alaikum. So thank you so much for this. And yeah, let's talk. Let's talk. Where are you guys from? Let me know. What country? So that I know who I'm talking to. Maybe there's 7 of you. Maybe then there's going to be 17. Let's have a good relationship. I do these live streams so that I can build a relationship with you. And yeah. And so that it's not just me talking to camera about how I became Muslim, or talking to people who are people of knowledge, but also having a relationship with you. This channel is not really about education. So I'm not here to educate anyone. I'm just here to share my journey and take you along with me. So don't expect me to be very formal. Don't expect me to, have everything ready, because I have my own life besides YouTube. And this is just something I do because I like it. Yeah, so thank you so much. All right. India's in the house. What's the time there? India. Man, so many Indians. Inshallah, you'll get 5K. Maybe. Inshallah. Are you a revert? Yes, I am a revert or a convert. However you want to put it. Both describe me. Yeah, so I'm a revert. You can watch some of my videos before. I revert it, but I do not have like a video like this is how I became Muslim, because it's such a generic type of video. Everybody's making them. So yeah, and I have so much allergies. I really hate this time of the year, like June, because I have allergies and I just sneeze all the time. Whew, hopefully I can make this. I'm sorry to be sneezing on the live stream, but I have allergies since I was a little kid, so hopefully I'll be fine. Anyways, 8:42 in India. Good luck to you guys. Congratulations. Thank you, Murtaza. Let's talk about a few things. I don't have anything prepared. I thought this will be kind of like a celebration, but as you know, like you plan things and things get in the way. So I would like to talk about anything you guys want to talk about. So anything you pop into chat, any question about me, about Islam, about not Islam, about politics, about money, about entrepreneurship, about some of my videos, about videos of other people. Let me know. If I will be able to answer them, I will answer them. If you ask me about something that I don't know about, I will not answer it. So, pretty easy. You are handsome. Come on, man. Don't do me like that. I'm sorry to be sneezing again. This is so disgusting to do this to microphone on a live stream. Thank you for telling me I'm handsome. Are you currently debating any anti-Islam YouTubers? No, and I don't intend to do that. It's a waste of time. Goodbye. So yeah, I don't really... Why would I debate anyone if I'm not in a position to have enough knowledge to debate someone? Like, I can't be debating people if I'm not qualified to be debating anyone. And in order to do this, I'm actually doing a new thing. So in a few weeks, I'm going to sign up for a bachelor's degree of Islamic studies, at the age of 30 years old. I look young, but I'm an old man. And yeah, I'll do a bachelor's in Islamic studies and Arabic. So it's going to take me 3 years, I think. But it really will allow me to go deeper into hadiths, science of hadiths, Quran, Arabic, and learn about the history in a more like formal environment and have some sort of credibility behind me. I'm not claiming to be any student of knowledge or that I'm going to move to UAE or anything. I'm going to do an online university course. It's called from an open university. What's the name? I'm just going to look it up. Open University Islam. Let me see. International Open University. It's founded by Bilal Phillips, another revert from Jamaica. I think over 500,000 Muslims were there. It's really good for new Muslims. You can study Islamic banking and all this kind of stuff. I'm not doing it for any career purpose. I'm just doing it to increase my knowledge. So I'm going to sign up and inshallah finish the course in 3 years. If not, then I'm a failure. And yeah, what else? Some other guests you might be looking forward to on the show is Gabriel Al-Romani on Monday. I know a lot of you know him. We will talk about the biggest challenges for the Ummah today for Muslims. It was a really good interview, and we will have more probably as we go along. And we also talked about his latest book for reverts. He's from Romania, I'm from Slovakia, so it's very close culturally to be talking to Gabriel. And yeah, recently I've been very fascinated with Bosnia and with the Bosnian president Ali Iberzegovic, and just reading his autobiography. And I'm planning to visit Sarajevo in the summer. I will be flying to Istanbul in about 3 weeks. So if some of you are in Istanbul, hit me up. We're gonna catch some tea, man. Or what do you drink in Istanbul? Kebab. No, you can't drink kebab. But yeah, Istanbul is on my bucket list. I'm gonna be there 5 days. So if you are near Istanbul, let's hang out. And I'm gonna do some travel vlog or something. And then Bosnia, Sarajevo. I mean, Bosnia is so cool because it's a Slavic country. So it's people like me, Slavic Europeans, but they are Muslims. So that's so cool. Yeah, so I want to go there. And it's my next phase and bachelor's degree in Islamic studies. Once I do that, and then once I can have basic Arabic knowledge, so that I can kind of go through some surahs and read bits and pieces of the Quran. That would be amazing. That would be kind of the level where I want to go to. But yeah, let's see if I can do that. Inshallah, we'll see. But I'm praying to Allah that He will increase me in knowledge, and I'm not intending to debate anyone. And even if they want to debate or whatever, I don't care to debate someone. Like debating is not, even though this channel is called Debating Truth, and some people had some issues with that. It's more just like a linguistic kind of term. We're not really debating here, nothing. I'm not having both sides of the argument. We're just having one side, which is Islam. And I wanted to originally create a platform where I would invite two different opinions and just let them fight. But this is unscalable, and it's something I can't really enjoy that much. And since I already know the truth in my heart, I'm not really here to debate anything. In the future, maybe, but since I don't have the knowledge, I don't want to debate nothing. Goodbye. So let me see some of the questions. What do Eastern European people think of India, especially of your country? What do we think of India? I don't know. What do you think of Eastern Europe? Like, I don't think people here think about India. I mean, we have like a couple of Indian restaurants. We don't really have any thought on India per se. So I can't really tell you anything. I would say, yeah, it's not like we don't have any opinion, I would say. So I'm sorry to disappoint you, but yeah. What should I say? What do we think about India? It's a country. It exists. It's in Asia. That's it. There's too many people there. There's billion and something people. And yeah, there's a lot of poverty in India, but also a lot of money. And now it's known for software development. There's Modi, the president. There's problems in Kashmir with Pakistan, South Indian, different vibe. But we don't really study India. I don't really have any. I know a few Indians here in Prague, and I know Indians in general from my previous endeavors in life in this dunya. But I don't know. What do I think about Indians? Yeah, sorry. Nothing bad. Indians are cool. Is it still spring or nearly summer? Oh, it's summer. It's 27 degrees Celsius. So people are like sweating outside, wearing shorts. And this is the time of the year when you can see the dunya waking up, because all the girls are wearing short skirts, short dress, big, you know what I mean. And you can see people like looking at them, honking. Even my friends telling me at work, non-Muslims, all of them, where they say like, hey, we should arrange a volleyball game so that we can have a look at girls, man. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, everybody's just kind of excited for the summer to get it going, man, to get some zinner going. But this is not what we are here about. And yeah, it's just a different vibe here in the summer. People get let loose. Everybody's kind of drinking a lot because the sun is up until 9-10 p.m. So you can be, near the river drinking wine. There's music, doing some haram stuff. So that's kind of what's going on here. So it's kind of like a summer already. Islam studies, yes. Open University, International Open University, blah, blah, blah. Well, cool. Thank you, one. Mashallah, 3 years, good luck. Yeah. Yeah, 3 years, bachelor's should be fine. Online. It's not a big problem. I mean, I did my master's degree before, but that was like full time at school. Then I had some online courses for business, but nothing like this. So I want to get like a very formal education, because I'm reading a ton of books now, but it's not like formal. It's not like I'm getting somewhere. I'm just expanding my knowledge, but I want something like structured. Welcome to Sarajevo. Hey, man, Sarajevo. Ah, man, I can't wait to go there. I can't wait to go there. And really just to learn how, not how Islam came there. I know it was through Ottoman Turks and Empire and all that, but like how it melded in the culture of Orthodox Christianity, Catholic Christianity, and how it's still strong in Bosnia. And unfortunate past happened in the 90s, and many wars, and genocide, Srebrenica, and all those things are horrible. But the country is still beautiful. It's a great mix of European culture and Islamic culture, and I just see it like a beautiful country. Yeah, so I'm very excited to go there. Really want to visit Sarajevo, man. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze again. This is disgusting, man. I really apologize. Want to visit for Sarajevo? Yes. What's your view on Hindu nationalism? No view. I don't even know that exists. To be honest, what can I say? Hindu nationalism, I have no idea that it exists. My view is nothing. So let's just keep that question. What's your nationality? Who do you think? Slovak human being living in Czech Republic. That's my nationality. So I'm Slovak. That's a country in the center of Europe. Your full name? Oh no, I'm hidden, man. You're not gonna get my full name. I mean, you can, but I don't like to display it now because I'm underground Muslim. Salam alaikum, Samira. Stakfirli. Curry. Lowering the gaze is on legendary difficulty in the summer. Mashallah. Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. Where are you? Khizer? But that's a good name. Let me know which country are you from, because I assume you live in the west. West. Especially if it's summer. Yeah. Lowering the gaze. I mean, I can lower the gaze, but look, sometimes, and you can see the problems. Like there was a girl. I have a scooter. I ride a scooter almost every day, everywhere in Prague, and I'm waiting on the, what's it called, the lights to turn green so that I can go. And there's a woman walking in front of me, going through this side of the street to this one, and she has like very, not even miniskirt, like nothing, and her full breasts are out, and people are like honking from cars, like looking. Men are like excited, and it's like just like, what's going on? Like, first of all, men are weak. Men are bad. We know men are worse than human. Not worse than human. I'm sorry. Men are worse than men. Than women. Man, what am I saying? Males are more primitive than women, for sure. In this sense, in biology, that even the most influential politician or banker or whoever can get seduced by a woman like that easily. She can just show him something, like her something, and he's lost. We all know that. And like, so we know men are broken. Men have this I don't know what's it called, like something inside them that is easily manipulated by. And we are like super simple creatures. You can get us to do whatever if you're a woman. We like to think we're intellectual, but we're actually very primitive. Women are much more high in terms of intellect in that regard. And in terms of like, yeah, just she walks by, you can see like the whole intersection just looking at her. And like, what's the point? Like, is she doing it for the attention? Maybe. But what is she getting? Like, she's getting all that male attention, that male gaze. And then, some of them will follow her. Some of them will be creeps. Some of them will be like crazy people. And she's getting all that attention. Maybe she wants like a high level alpha male, somebody like me. No, but like, that's wrong. Like, why is she doing that? Because she's going to attract really crazy guys and they won't leave her alone. And then she's going to complain that this guy took me in his car and then he almost did this to me. It's kind of like, yes, men are evil animals sometimes, but men are evil. So, you should protect yourself from them, because it's like going into the jungle. You're going to a lion with a piece of meat. Like, what the lion is going to do. You know what a lion is? It's his nature, and the lion is gonna eat that meat. He can't fight the biology. And you can say like, yeah, I have a freedom to do this. I have a freedom to express myself and be naked in the street. Sure, you can go ahead and do that, but we live in a society and there are consequences for your behavior. And men are stupid, and men will take advantage of you. Unfortunately, that's kind of how it goes. Lower your gaze, man. Oh, man. Which religion? I belong to the best religion, atheism. That was my religion. That was my religion. Yeah. So I didn't have any. What is general perception of European towards women? Especially people of, European people towards women. I don't know. European, like your questions are so wide, so generic. I'm not sure how to answer them. Women, every country has their own preference, every individual. So I don't feel that I can actually answer that question. So I'm just gonna skip over that. I politely decline because I don't think I can answer it. Just normal. What's your view on polygamy? My view is this, like, if you think that gay marriage should be legal, then you have to agree that polygamy should be legal as well, because you're increasing your pleasure, whatever that means. So if you live in a country and polygamy is illegal, which is in most Western countries, then you really have to use the same principle and say like, hey, you're allowing LGBT people to be legally recognized. Why don't we include people who want more partners in their life, more people to marry? Why is that strange? Why is that not? And why is changing your gender not strange? So if changing your gender is not strange, then polygamy is not strange as well. And that's kind of how you shift your paradigm. I don't think polygamy is applicable in Europe or in the US, but yeah, it was practiced and it is still practiced in many countries. So good luck. I have no problem with polygamy. Like, if you decide to go do it, like, let's do it. I don't see a problem. I don't think it's going to be practiced anytime in Europe, but I don't see any problem why it shouldn't be. Like, what are we doing? What's the problem? I don't even think that many people are in a polygamy relationship. So yeah, I don't think it's a big problem. I don't think it's, for this century, for this modern age, it's kind of strange to be in a polygamy, but hey, whatever you want to do, it's permissible, it's recommended, so do it. Canada. Well, Canada still is kind of cold, right? I mean, in summer, I was in Vancouver and it's pretty beautiful there because it's the southern Canadian part, but yeah, I bet you get some hard problems with lowering your gaze. Assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. Pakistani, living in Canada. Nice. Come to Ireland sometime, inshallah. Was never in Ireland. I would love to go there. I would love to go to Dublin, Cork. Yeah. I would like to do like a travel week in Ireland, but I'm just too busy, and I now prefer Muslim countries. Yeah. But men, maybe in the future. Men are visually stimulated, women are emotionally stimulated. Maybe, yeah, maybe you're right. I think women are also visually stimulated, but it's different to men. Because, like, men, even the most successful men, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's like a bodybuilder and who's a governor of California and all those things, even he, who made like almost $1 billion, he cheated on his wife with his with his maid, and she wasn't even that good looking. She just gave it to him for free, and he did it because he's a man. And you can look at it logically from all angles and say, why would he risk his entire family, his entire business, his entire like all the things he achieved in his life? He Mr. Olympia, the best bodybuilder, politician, he was in movies. Why would he risk all that, breaking up his family for one sex with like some maid? Why? Because, like, hey, I'm telling you, nobody anybody who's a man can be easily manipulated by a woman, very easily, at any level. So you can be a homeless man, or you can be Barack Obama or Jeff Bezos. Same thing applies. You have something between your legs, and that thing can be used against you. So you gotta be careful and lower that gaze, man. Lower it. Wait till you experience summer in Bangladesh. You will sweat like a pig. Yeah. I haven't been to Bangladesh or any part of Asia yet, so I would love to go there. Um, yeah, it must be crazy during Ramadan, like in Bangladesh or in India. I've heard crazy stories. People are fainting. So, yeah, inshallah, in the future, mm, I would love to go to Pakistan and India and just spend some time there. But, those are just ideas right now. I'm just kind of fully immersed in, there's COVID, and also, I just got married and staying here. But I will travel more. Subhanallah. I agree with you. We are weak women know the game. Yeah. I mean, I'm not an expert on sexual relationships or anything, but a woman would never risk her entire life, her entire empire, or whatever she built, just to have sex with someone. Woman would never do that, but man would do it for sure. Like, man can see like a passed out drunk girl, and he'll be like considering to do something to her. So that's crazy, right? And it's more like subtle, this thing. It's more, when you grow up, boys are just taught to express themselves in this world, but women are taught to really think about relationships and emotions and use that. So yeah, I think women are much more advanced, much more, and much more like grounded in reality and in this dunya and in this life. Like, they are much more able to just live life. Like, I was raised by women all the time. Like, my grandmothers and my mother, they're the most closest human beings to me. I never had a male figure in my life, only a few, but never like somebody stable. So not a father, nothing. So I was raised by women, and I can see how they think. I can feel when I'm hanging out with my wife, with my mother, and with my grandmother sometimes. Like, this is the trio. I can, like, the energy is there, the feminine energy. Like, they can, it's very like calming. It's very like, nurturing, and they can take care of everything. There's no risk. There's you know what's gonna happen. You feel protected. You feel like I'm in the good environment. They build this kind of like love that you will never feel with men. When I'm around men, it's always like, like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. So with men, it's important to go away from that protective layer of your grandmother, mother, wife thing, and you just burst out and you say, okay, now you need to be a man. So you need to take care of the family. You need to go out and earn money. How do you do that? Well, it's better if somebody teaches you. It's sexist maybe a bit, but it's better if a man who's done that is gonna teach you how to be more aggressive, how to how to do different things. So I don't know. I just think men have that role. Like, when you're growing up and you're in your teenage years, maybe 14, 15, that's when it breaks down, and that's when they should kind of be more involved in your life compared to women. Because at that age, I was so ungrateful to my mom. I was disobedient. I was doing many haram things, coming home at 4 a.m. from the age of 14. She didn't know where I was. And it's just horrible things. And there was no man who would take me and just beat me up or just like threaten me, because I was not scared from my mother. I knew I could do anything to her because she loved me. So at that age, you need a strong man who will guide a man, a young boy, and show him the way to whatever in this dunya. Yeah, because you will get astray, you will go astray, and that's what I did. I went astray for so many years and got back at the age of 29. So 14 years I was astray. Yeah, crazy stuff. You need a man. So women are great. Men are great as well. We're all good. What sports do you do? So let me break it down. I play football with my colleagues. I just played this Thursday on the pitch here, and I got demolished. My legs hurt. Then I do calisthenics, which I'm gonna do right now. We're gonna go with my wife on a scooter to a park nearby. She's gonna have a laptop and chill out, and I'm gonna work out. Then I do boxing, but not now because I don't have a gym because this COVID. So I haven't boxed in a while. But boxing is something I do. Then I jog. I have race on Wednesday, 14 kilometers in the woods, trail race. So every day I do 1 hour of cardio or some sort of workout. Yeah. So I'm very involved in sports, and I didn't used to be. I hated sports, and I was fat, a fat, lazy bastard. Now I'm fit, not lazy, man. Where's the mustache, man? Yes, something happened. It had to leave. It went away, man. I'm sorry. Are you a man? Yasin Yaolim? Hopefully you're a man or a woman. I don't know. But the mustache is gone. We're gonna grow a new one, a more stronger one. It's gonna be here. But I'm gonna cut it out maybe in a few weeks. Your view as a married man. I've been married for 2 weeks, man. So I don't know if I should really be. And it's not legally done under like a state. We just did nikah and we're waiting for a few months. Married about women. Yeah, women. Very generic question. I don't know. My view is about women. Very easy. Very easy to be tempted. Very difficult to stay on the straight path. I pray to Allah every time that I stay on the straight path because there is no greater not fitna, how would I say this? There is no greater threat to a man than just like his sexual desire or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I think all the rules in Islam are perfect. When you go and you don't shake a hand with a woman, that's perfect. Like you don't even allow that first touch. And you know, when I see a lot of people like on the street drinking beer and they talk to a woman and you're very close her face, and so you're exchanging looks and then it ends up in kissing in very quickly, and then you end up in a bad relationship. So it's so easy to fall into these things, into these traps. So just stay out and just protect yourself, because you as a man are very weak, you know that, and you can fall quickly. Within a few hours I can fall for a woman. In the past, when I was in relationships, it took me 1 or 2 days to tell a woman I love her. And I was like lost. So yeah, just be careful, dude. Oh no, man. I'm sorry. It's gonna come back. How do you cope with the nudity? I don't know. I come from nudity. I was never a nude person, but we even have nude beaches here in Czech Republic and Slovakia, where you can go naked and just swim in the lake, which I actually enjoy. To swim naked is cool, but if some people can see you, that's kind of strange. I don't know. I think it's crazy because you can see like you look here and you see a woman completely naked next to you. Like, what do you do? And then you see a guy next to there. Like, this is a bit strange, right? So yeah, just stay out of it, you know, because you're coming close to being tempted. So if you live in a country where nudity is prevalent, then be careful. Fun fact, Yan means life in Urdu, mashallah. Thank you, Shafiq. Yan, life. Yeah, Yan is a very common name. It means John, it means Juan, it means Johan. You know, in every language you have Yan, Yahya in Arabic. So yeah. Vancouver weather is similar to Canada. Yeah, I love Vancouver. Man, when I was in Vancouver, I mean, when I visited Vancouver I think I was there for like 3 days, I only saw like one homeless person, and he had a sign which said like, I'm homeless because I like it. No one is homeless there on purpose. Like, it's such a beautiful town. I was like, man, this is like a perfect utopia here. Vancouver is such a crazy, beautiful place. Yeah. I wish I could go there at some point. Jan means John, aka Yahya. Yes, John the Baptist. Come to Calcutta. Yeah, I want to go to South India and just check out the place, see what's going on. That's a good argument for polygamy question. How are most Westerners hold view on the marriage institution? I could just maybe talk from my experience. Like some of my cousins view marriage as really backwards, and they have long-term girlfriends who they live with, and they have a dog they don't plan to marry or even get kids. That's kind of like the modern way to do it, and just live your individualistic life. Some of them, they do plan to get married. Some of my family members have kids already, and they have like 10 years and 8 years, and they are not married. Some of my family members, like my mom has been with her partner for 30 years unmarried. So yeah, there's many things. So I think marriage is kind of getting, I think it depends. It depends. Here in Slovakia and Czech Republic, marriage is still kind of celebrated, and it's kind of like a great occasion, but it is getting pushed back. But I can see always on Facebook some new person who I know got married or they have a kid, so it's still going on. In terms of other countries, I don't know. So that's my view on it. I can tell you that I wasn't a fan of marriage, and if I wasn't a Muslim, I would not get married probably. That's my view, because it doesn't make sense in a secular, atheistic world. But as a Muslim, I don't have that choice or luxury, which is fine. I understand it. Same, raised by mother, grew up around older sisters, no real male figure, bro. I agree with you. I hated my young self. I was such a garbage person. Yeah. The thing is, like, it's still better to be raised by women. It's still 100% times better to be raised by women than to be raised by men in that young age, because they will give you the love, they'll give you everything you need, so that in the future you won't be missing those pieces inside of you, and then you won't be like acting out. So you are emotionally stable. But then you come to age where you feel like you need a man guiding you, and you don't have that. And that's when you feel like a pile of garbage, and that's when you feel like, well, I need some energy here to get out, to do something. And they don't do it. So that's when you need that figure. And yeah, that's when you can become like a class B male, not alpha male, but something else. So it took me a couple of years, like a decade, to become like a really good, let's say, high value man, where I can earn my money. I have a body that I always wanted, which took me like 3 years to change. And all these things, like, I had to set up by myself. I never had anyone. So that's kind of, you have to take care of yourself at some point, which is difficult. I'm a boy, bro. Sorry, Yassine. What's your view on the financial system? I don't know much about it. I just know that there's fatwa in Europe where you can take out a mortgage if you want to buy a house as a Muslim. That's the only place in the world where you can do that. Otherwise, I think, what's it called? Riba? The interest, riba. It's very profound that you can't have riba in Islam. But I do think that, like, the entire world is set up in riba financial system. So I don't think it can ever change. Like, I think it's always gonna be like in this way. But Muslims can have their own separate thing. Have you ever considered to study? No, I really hate finances. I really don't like accounting. Like, I don't even like to do accounting for my own companies. I don't know what taxes should I pay. Like, how do I do a tax return? I always have a few people helping me with that, because I really get lost in it, and I find it a waste of time. What I want to do is do sales, marketing, and grow and expand the company, and not the financial stuff, economy, GDP, debt. Those things don't concern me. I am not that kind of guy. But I studied, like, understanding. I had a course at the uni, understanding economic policymaking, and I learned about how government organizes it organizes its affairs and issues bonds on the market and stuff, but it's really boring for me. But it's very important. So if you study that, I think Muslim Ummah needs this, but I'm not the guy. So go ahead and do that. What I do plan to do maybe in the future, I was hoping to maybe build like a very simple course on how to get from zero to $100,000 as a Muslim in the West, or not in the West, but somewhere as an entrepreneur. And I would just give it out for a few dollars, like really few, so that many people can access this. And it would go from the basics to, okay, how do I set up? What do I want to sell as a product and service? How do I do my invoicing, financing? How do I get first customers? What marketing channels do I use? And all those things. Now, beyond 100,000 and like, how do I get to 1 million? I had never done that. I haven't earned $1 million yet. So I can't do that. I will sell $1 million, but that's for another companies I did, but I haven't done it for myself. So I can't claim it. So, but I did build a business like that. So I think this could be helpful for the Ummah, so they can learn how to do like a freelancing agency business model on the side if they want to, and we can cover everything. So yeah, that could be interesting, but I'm not a finance guy. Have you ever dealt with addiction? Yes, I was addicted to weed for many years. I used to smoke every day, even like 3-4 joints every day. Oh, I shouldn't expose my sins. So yes, I was addicted. I will just say I was addicted to watching adult movies online for 15 years. That's the craziest addiction, because it's biological. It's not based on like a habit. It's biology, because you have these urges. So yeah, that's the craziest one. I think that's the biggest problem in the ummah. And then yeah, alcohol for sure. So I had many addictions, man. And I'm glad I got rid of them, because those addictions are the thing that's keeping me down. You should get your wife to do sports. It's fun. I know, man, but I can't force anyone. So I could also get her to be like a Muslim. I could get her to do whatever, but it's not, she has to decide to do that. So she has seen changes in my life for the past few years, how I changed, what sports I'm doing and all that. So until she comes to that conclusion that I want to do that as well, I'll be happy to help her, but it's her choice. You cannot force anyone to do anything in this dunya. Yeah. But yeah, it's fun to play with your partner. Like we used to play tennis at one time, and then football. We used to play basketball. She's very tiny, and I'm like 190 centimeters. But yeah, it's fun. I like it. I like to hang out with your wife or partner, just like for fun outside. It's really cool. I'm 21, really confused about my career. What do you think I should do? You see, your question is bad. You should tell me, what do you enjoy? What's your degree and all those things? And then I can tell you what to do. Like if you tell me I'm 21, I don't know. Like you need to give me more information. So write me more information. Maybe I can help. I'm 29. I'll be 30 very soon. So I'm like at the end of the 20s. You're in the beginning. MashaAllah. 20s are the worst, because you spend like 5-6 years to try to achieve something, and then by the end you realize it was a mistake, at least from my experience. Yes, I'm an only child, and I do have like step siblings, 3 of them, but I haven't really hung out with them in my childhood, so not really technically step siblings, but I have been an only child, and that has been my biggest problem as well, but also my biggest advantage, because I was always by myself all the time, hours alone as a kid. So I learned to read at the age of 4, and I learned to do many things by myself. I never needed anyone to have a good time. But that's also bad, because you don't build social relationships, and then I was very awkward at school, or I couldn't talk to girls or men or whatever, just like I was anxious. So yeah, it's it's good to be an only child, but also kind of sad. And I don't know what it is like to have a brother or sister, but I would assume it's cool and also not cool. So my kids, hopefully, inshallah, they will have more kids. They will have kids. I'll have more kids so that they can have like like brother and sister and brother, so that it's not just like one person hanging out. Some routine. So I signed up for a race. It really started like I used to jog for 15 years, but I never saw any results. I used to do many things physically and I never saw any results. So I was like, this is not working. And then I signed up for a race, 10 kilometers around Prague, night run, like 2 years ago. And I started running and I really could run 10 kilometers. And I was like, man, that's crazy. I never thought I could run actually 10 kilometers. What if I do this more often? What if I lose more weight? Because I used to run like 30 minutes, 35 minutes. That's not enough to actually burn fat. So I was like, what if I run for an hour or an hour and a half and I keep burning that fat? So let's do that. So I got into jogging and I was jogging like even 5 times a week, like pretty crazy. And yeah, that really helped. But the problem was I was still eating kind of unhealthy foods. Not really unhealthy. I'm still eating unhealthy right now. I still eat cakes or sweet things or salty things, but I was eating, the eating habit was disturbing because I was eating from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to bed. I had like 5 or 6 meals, which is a lot of meals. And you have to recognize your metabolism. Yeah. So I have a very slow metabolism, which means like my mom has a very quick metabolism, which means if she eats 7 meals a day, she won't get fat and her stomach can work nonstop. But if my stomach works like that, it will store tremendous amount of energy and I will get fat. So my metabolism was very slow and I had to make it very quick. So I had to starve myself, fasting. So I said like, okay, I'm gonna start with intermittent fasting. I'm not gonna eat for 16 hours, or like first I tried 8 hours, 12 hours, 14, got to 16 and I kept that. And that's when it started to go away. And I lost like 10 kilograms very fast. And I was like, man, this works. Okay, this plus jogging plus something else works. But this is all useless because it's all about discipline. You have to go jogging every day or do something every day. And you have to go if it's raining, if it's snowing, if it's winter, if it's summer, if it's cold, if you don't like it, if you have a call, if your school tells you that you have to do a test, whatever, you have to prioritize this stuff. So if it's 5 a.m. or if it's a midnight, you make time to go jogging. Because otherwise you will never build that habit. So if it gets tough, or let's say you go out, you want to go jogging and you forgot keys. And now you're on your way and you're like, man, I have to go back and get keys. Oh. And then you come back and you're like, oh, I'm just lazy. I don't want to go out. That's a victim mindset, man. You will never do it then. So just take the keys, any challenge in that process until you start working out, go through that. And then get to the workout and do it, and then you'll feel amazing. But it's very difficult to build this because it takes time. You have to prepare for the workout, do the workout, then probably clean yourself and from the gym or wherever you are, and then put on clothes. So this takes like 2 hours. Who has 2 hours in a day? Well, only a person who prioritizes their health and the way they, want to feel about themselves. So definitely either morning, evening, or something. And I really said to myself, hey, I want to live like this forever, and I want to work out every day because I feel good and it gives me energy. And if I'm on the sun, it's beautiful. You get vitamin D and everything. But so therefore, I built my business as well, so that, let's say at 11 a.m. every morning, I can go to the park and work out, and there's no one there because everybody is working, and I'm not, because I set up my day so that I'm working maybe like just a few hours in a day, and anytime I want, I can go work out, or I can basically prioritize all the things in my life, like going to the mosque, praying, working out, spending time with my family. I can prioritize this compared to work. And before that, 3 years, I was trying to prioritize work. I never did anything, no workout, no family. I never traveled anywhere, just work, and nothing. And it wasn't working. And then when I switched my mindset, suddenly I started making much more money. Plus, I started feeling better and everything improved. So actually improving your health and working out is directly correlated to improving your income, is directly correlated to improving everything, your sleeping habits and everything. So if you don't do it, you're actually harming yourself. So it's actually like being more productive, even though you're losing those 2 hours. It's like with charity in Islam. Like if you give charity, let's say you pay $100 to someone, and you think you just lost $100. No, it's an investment with Allah. Allah will do 1,000 times like your interest. It will do 1,000% in Jannah. It's preparing you on the scales, so it's an investment. And the same thing is like this: 2 hours, spend 2 hours, but it's an investment. Man, this is what you have to do. All right, let me read some of the other comments. Why am I always singing in these streams? One of them is riba, which would not lead you to debt. That is what Islam, especially in finance, trying to prevent you to be a slave to it. Yeah, exactly. Never take out loans. Only, like, not only. I mean, in Islam, you should never. I never did any loans. If you can pay them quickly, so let's say you have a loan and you pay right away, I guess it's fine if there's no riba there. But yeah, I just feel like stack up your cash, bro. Like, make sure you have no expenses. Like, the way I set up my life, everything around me, every expense I do, like food, gas, car, everything is built on company. It's a company expense, so that I only spend from my personal wealth on things that I really need. And that way I have very low expenses and very high income. And that difference is I'm stacking it up so that I can never take out mortgage or riba or anything. And I can then buy a piece of land or a house with cash. Otherwise, if you spend money on drinks or going out or going to dinners, and if you spend money on a car and you get a mortgage, you'll never get out of this cycle. You'll forever be in debt, which is something I always wanted to avoid. So a bit of financial advice. But I'm not a financial type of guy. Yeah, business mindset is easy. Don't have any expense and increase your profit. So my profit is coming. I have many sources of income coming to me from different angles. I put it together. I save it up on my personal account, and then every expense is going through my company, so that my personal wealth doesn't get hurt. And then that personal wealth goes to whatever. That goes further into investing into land or something that will kind of grow in time. This can be anything, land, companies, startup, whatever. Some of it then goes to charity, right? Or some of it can go do other things, but it's setting you up. And since I don't have wealthy parents or anyone in my family who's kind of wealthy, I know I have to take care of myself. So I had to set this up and spend a few years building out my income and skill set so that I can charge a lot of money for my services, because otherwise I would be a slave to this modern lifestyle, which I don't want to be. So yeah, that's kind of it. Like, I used to do like what I'm doing right now with my company, I used to do for 100 times less of a price. So what I'm charging right now, my clients, I used to do the same thing 3 years ago, 100 times less for 100 times less. Isn't it crazy? It's just because I increase my value in the market, I'm able to charge more. And that's many people get stuck in this. They do something which is very valuable for nothing, like graphic design or software development, because they don't know how to create value or how to be perceived as a premium provider. And that's something I try to learn and become one. That's a bit of game for you as well. Become premium. You should advertise your channel more. Maybe. I mean, what do you mean by advertising? I have some ads on the channel, and in terms of promoting it, YouTube does that organically. I mean, I just let it grow and we'll see what happens. How did you overcome marijuana? All Islam, all Islam, all Islam. It was all Islam. You already have the solution, man. You don't need me to tell you solution. Everything you need is in Islam. Everything you need in life. Marijuana, I think I quit it before. I quit it because it was like making me kind of dumb, not productive. I'm not saying I didn't have some good times, with weed. It's like, with the psychedelics or these things, you get new ideas, but the negative outweighs the positive, which also writes in the Quran. So just stay out of that. You can get those ideas without these things. Yeah, I know. Forcing, but encouraging her to do sports. I know that's perfect. That's what I want to do. Is I'm not an only child anymore. I used to steal my sister's clothes and she used to beat me up. Man, yeah, I've heard many stories like that. I'm a 12th grader, just high school. I have no idea what I like and what to do. Man, I can't help you. You have to give me more context. So hopefully you will be okay. But if you don't know what to do, like I never knew what I wanted to do. So I said like, okay, I need to buy some more time. So I decided to do a master's degree in political science because I knew I could probably do it. And there is no math, which I know I didn't want to do anything with math and biology. So if you don't know what you want to do, then make a list of what you don't want to do, what you don't want to do. So I knew biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics. This is not my strong side. My strong side was, English speaking, history, and all these things. And so that's what I said, like, okay, I'll spend 5 years in this school and see what happens. And then I travel around the world and I'll see a bunch of things and I'll know more. So yeah, just buy more time if you're not sure. By the way, you will never be sure. Even at the age of 30, I don't know what I should do, because what I thought 10 years ago is wrong. And my business is completely something different than I imagined that I will be doing. Yeah. So it's strange. You never get it quite right. MashaAllah. Back-to-back 80-hour fasts. Isn't that insane? 80 hours? Be careful, Murtaza. Have you known each other for a long time, or did you wake up one day thinking, I'm a Muslim, I have to get married? No. We had a 7-year relationship. I didn't wake up and say, like, I'm a Muslim, I get to get married. If I was a Muslim and if I became a Muslim without my partner, I would probably not get married. I would wait for a few years. Because it would be too much to get a wife, the Muslim wife. Like, I don't know nothing about Islam yet. And her father would probably like look at me like, who's this revert, stupid young? So I don't think anyone would give their daughter to me. And I wouldn't get married. But since I have to, because I can't live in haram, I did get married. Hopefully that answers your question. Is your wife Caucasian? She's white, but she looks really brown. People tell her like, you're from Mexico? You're from Peru? And she's like, no, I'm from Slovakia. They're like, really? So she's kind of brownish. How much hour you work on an average? I don't know, dude, because I work, like, even this live stream is a work for me. Or it's not. Like, you have different types of work. You have mechanical work where I'm like replying to emails, or you have like more focused type of work where I have to create strategy. I don't really track my time per se because I don't have one type of work. As an entrepreneur, I have to take care of accounting, then I speak to team, then I am hiring someone, then I'm doing sales calls. So I have different things I'm doing. It's not one thing, and I do it sometimes even in the weekend, sometimes at midnight. Sometimes I'm recording a podcast interview with someone, not for this channel, but for the business one. Sometimes in the morning I have to do something, but then I don't. So it's just like very random stuff. So I don't know. Like my work is also reading Quran. That's my work. Like I have, like, my schedule is like mixed up things from personal to business life, and it just goes like that. So I can't really tell you that. I would say maybe 6 hours spent on business, 7 per day. Men grew up among only women in their life experience among their siblings, or like Jan with his mom and grandma, tend to turn out being real men. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's, I don't know how that correlates to, yeah. I think I think many men are like really lost because they grow up like that, and then they are like addicted to their mommy, and they have to like live with her, and she pays their rent, and they never leave the house. They are lazy. They don't go to work. They depend on her. They can't even wash their clothes. Like, I have a family relative that still lives with her mom, that lived with her mom until he was 50 years old, and he didn't know how to wash his clothes or to buy or to make a meal. So you can get really addicted to like the love from your mother or grandmother. So you have to really get out of the house. I was lucky at 18, I said goodbye and I'm leaving, and I didn't come back for 11 years. Not didn't come back. I came back like once a month I came back, and then I came back like less often, and now it's like once in 6 months. But yeah, you have to leave the comfort of that house and just go out and say, I have no money, no skill set, I don't know anyone, I'm gonna move to this country and just try to make my life. Do that, and you're gonna be like very depressed for a few years, but it's worth it. And that was just me. So then pick something like that. Oh, sorry, Sahil, but yeah, I don't know. I think you're too young still, 21. You don't know what to do. You like playing games, maybe. So try to go where you don't feel like a barrier, where you naturally want to move. Like, I'm here on YouTube doing something that comes natural to me. So go somewhere where what you would be doing even if nobody was watching you, which is, I don't know what. Bosnia, Turkey, the countries I want to visit. Pakistan. I wanted to go to Oman, and then Portugal maybe. We'll see. Thank you, Said. I have some ads on the channel, but it's just like a bonus ads. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm just doing it because I don't see many people like me, looking like me, doing Islamic content. So I just want to kind of help the Ummah. I asked this question many people on the channel, like Daniel from Muslim Skeptic or other people, and I don't think it's gonna happen. In terms of material wealth, don't know. I don't think you need to catch up to the West, by the way. The more advanced the country is, the more civilized, let's say civilization is advanced, the more people have rights or less work they have to do, the more depressions and everything arises, and murders and all these things. You can see the stats. I'm reading Islam Between West and East, and that's what it says in the book as well. So I don't know if you need to catch up to the West, because you're catching up to the dunya. How can I ask a question? Ask a question. What do you think about jinn? Nothing. If they hang around, they hang around. I'll say hey, and they say hi. I want to be a YouTuber. Start a YouTube channel. Do you have any advice for starting a business? Yes, I do. But there are many businesses, and most of them fail, by the way. Most business owners are broke and they fail. So yeah, I want to prepare a concept for running SME as a Muslim. Maybe that could help you. But again, so this is something you should really be careful of. Like, when I'm seeking advice from someone, I always try to be very specific. So I will ask a question. Okay, I don't know many things about business. What do I really don't know? Let's say I don't know how to do sales, but that's still very generic. So I will ask, how do you get leads in the funnel for your software company? And I will ask that specific question someone, because they can respond. If you ask me this question, any books, courses that teach the basics of running a business or SME, you have to realize that my business that I'm doing and your maybe is e-commerce is completely different business model, and all the advice that I can give you will be wrong and won't apply to you. So you have to really find someone who is in the line of business that you want to do. Because I know how to sell to Microsoft and big companies. I don't know how to do e-commerce, for example. So I can't really help you. I would be putting you off the path, letting you astray. So yeah, your advice has to be, hey, I want to start a software company. I have built a prototype. I have some funding. We're looking for investors. We're getting some web traffic. How do I increase my traffic from 1,000 to 10,000? Okay, that's a specific question I can help. But if you just ask me this, I don't know. I don't want to give you advice because I will mislead you, That's something I learned. Lol. Anyways, thank you guys. So again, 3,000 subscribers is insane. I love this YouTube channel and I will love to do these live streams all the time. Guys, I know there's background is terrible behind me. It's not going to change. This is an underground YouTube channel. So, hopefully you will stick around, even though this is not professionally produced. I'm just doing it to have fun with you, to learn, and to spread the message of the Deen. So let's do it together. Thank you very much for your support and that you're watching my videos, which seem crazy to me. Hopefully we will be able to have some beautiful guests in the future, such as Gabriel. I have another one. He's not a professor. He's actually a person from Australia who's running not Islamic bank, but some sort of financial system there. And he's going to talk about riba. So that's going to be awesome. So we're going to learn all these things together. Isn't that amazing? And then I'm going to do the bachelor's and hopefully I can share my knowledge also then, because I don't know what to share now. I just know the basics. But I know one thing. As a Muslim, you already have all the answers. You already know them. So all the basic life questions you already know. So just stick to the Quran and Sunnah. Don't deviate. And learn in this dunya what is helpful and useful in business, in this or that. But the big questions you already know. You already have the blueprint. You don't need to do anything else. Related to Islam, I don't know, the banking, not really. I don't like comparison between Christians, Islam, and Jews. I don't enjoy those discussions. What I really love, the topic, is to just studying how deep Islam gets in hadiths and the verification methods and different schools in Sharia. It's kind of what I really enjoy, the political kind of implications of it, history of Islam. Those are kind of things that I really like. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Abdullah. Thank you. What up? Jazak clock here. Thank you, OSB. All right, guys. Well, assalamu alaikum. And I'm going to go do some workout with my wife in the park. Inshallah. See you next week. And on Monday, we have a video with Gabriel about this ummah and the biggest challenges. So watch that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.